Hi, welcome to the second part of the tutorial for this summer crochet case for your bottle. And in this part we're gonna focus on making this strap to add a little bit of functionality to this project. So we're gonna learn how to make a strap in a Tunisian style, but with a regular crochet hook. So this part of the case I made with 3mm crochet hook, and for the strap I'm gonna use the 2.5mm crochet hook to make it just more tight, more solid, because we don't want it to stretch. And yeah, so now let's move on to this second part of our tutorial. So for this strap I decided to add one more row of just regular crochet, single crochets in the second color, because this was our first color and this is our second color. In this part we're gonna use only this second color. So I decided to make one more row because I want it to be just more like connected visually to the strap, because the strap also will be in this color, so I think it would look more clean. So let's make a knot on our hook and add it to our project. All right, now let's make a chain 2. Of course this part, when we make this one additional row, is absolutely up to you. You can add it or you can do it with a different stitch. It's of course your project, your case, and you can modify it according to your preferences. So don't worry, you don't have to do it, or you can just do it differently. So now we're gonna go and just make single crochets in each of our spaces all around of this row. Also, this additional row in the color of our strap will be perfect to start our strap, because we won't start it with adding this yarn to our project, but the yarn will be already like on this project, and it also would prevent stretching. Alright, so we are going into the last stitch and now it's time to make a slip stitch. So we go into the first single crochet and we make a slip stitch. Alright, now is the time to start our Tunisian strap. So in this case we will work differently, because we won't work one single stitch at a time, but in few at the same time. So this is our first stitch and we want to have 6 stitches on our crochet hook. So we go into the next stitch, we pull through and we leave it like this. Now we go into the next stitch, we pull through, again the next stitch, pull through. Now we have 4 stitches on our crochet hook, 2 more, so again and again, and now we have 6 loops on our crochet hook, and we're gonna work all the time in all rows with 6 stitches. So this is the width of our strap. If you want it more wide or or less wide, you can of course modify it. You can add a few loops on your hook or just make less of them, but for me it's gonna be 6 stitches. All right, and now we take our yarn and we pull through first loop, only the first one. Now we take again our yarn and pull through the 2 next loops, and now till the end we're gonna pull through 2 loops until we're gonna have 1 at the end. So we pull through 2 loops, again pull through 2 loops, again pull through 2, and this is the last one, pull through 2. And this is the first row of our strap. So as you can see, this is work in entirely different way. This is inspired by Tunisian crocheting, so of course this is different, but this is what makes it solid and not stretching out. So yeah, now we're not making any chains because we need to go into our first row to take again 6 loops on our hook. So we have already the first one. Now, as you can see, there is those vertical stitches here, and we have 5 of them because the first one is right under our loop, so we count from the second one, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So the last one is actually on the edge of this row. So we go into the second vertical stitch because we're not going here. We go into the second one, so we go here. Now we pull through the yarn and we have our second loop on the hook, and now we go into the third, pull through again. Now we have 4 again. Now we have 5, and the last one is here at the end. Now we have 6 of them again. So this is the start of our second row, and again we start, so always the first stitch is pulled through only the 1 loop because we need this 1 additional loop to pull through 2 loops later. So yeah, now we gonna pull through the first loop, now pull through the 2 next loops, again pull through 2 loops, pull through next 2 loops, again pull through 2 loops, and the last 2 loops, and now we have the second row. So as you can see, each row is actually worked 2 times, and this is what makes it so solid. So that's why I chose this method to make a strap, because of course the bottle, my bottle is made of glass, so it's quite heavy and I don't want it to stretch. So this is the perfect method for this project. Alright, now we're gonna make the third row. So we go into the actual second stitch and pull through the third one. Again, now we have 4, now we have 5, and the last one we have 6 loops again. And again, the first stitch is worked through 1 loop, so we pull through 1, and next stitches are worked through 2 loops. So again, 2 loop, 2 loops, 2 loops, 2 loops, and the last one. Yeah, and we're gonna work like this till you gain the desired length, and we're gonna meet at the point where we're gonna connect this strap to the second part of our project. Alright, so I finished my strap. So this is my desired length, and if you are also at this point, now it's time to connect it to the other side of our case. So I have my case on the bottle because I want to see where is the symmetrical opposite, and I'm gonna take a stitch marker to mark the place when I think it's kind of a symmetrical other side. So I think it's gonna be about here, and now I know where approximately I should place my strap. So let's take it off. Now let's go back to the end of our strap, and now place it in the way you are sure that it's not twisted. My strap should be placed like this. Alright, so this is about where I should attach my strap, so I'm gonna start, I think, in this stitch here. So let's go back here. The first step is to go into the stitch you want to start with. So we go here and pull through the yarn and leave it like this. Now we go into the second vertical stitch as we did in previous rows. Alright, but also at the same time we go into the next free space here, and also we pulling through the yarn through both of these loops just like this, and also through this one stitch because we are also making a slip stitch, and in this way we're gonna just attach it and finish this last row. So we go into the next vertical stitch. The next space is with a stitch marker, so we take it off and we go into the next stitch and we pull through both of the loops, and again this loop through the last one. Again we go into the next vertical stitch, we go into the next space on our project, we pull through these 2 loops and then through the last loop. Again, next vertical stitch, next stitch on the project, pull through both loops and the last one also, and now the last slip stitch, so we go into this last vertical stitch, also to the last next free space, pull through both of them and pull through the last one. So as you can see, we attached our strap, and it's still strong because these are the slip stitches, so they are also very tight. And this is the place where you can cut the yarn, but leave some end because we need to secure it very tightly, so maybe leave more than you would. Now we just pull through. All right, and now we kind of finished adding our strap, but now it's time to hide it. And I think the best way is grabbing a needle. So here's my needle. Now let's just hide somewhere this this yarn. You can do it like this. Alright, and our case slash holder for your bottle is ready.